Hello and welcome back to another fan cam, this time after we see Liverpool put 4 past Crystal Palace. An absolutely beautiful game to watch. Another clean sheet for Alisson. That puts him on 12 now, even though he's played 10 games less than any other goalkeepers. Trent scores, Salah scores, Fabinho with an absolute worldie. Mane adds a 4th. I can't personally pick a best goal out of that 4, but I'm sure my very first guest, Mr. Molby Alonso, will give me a good job in picking it. How are you, my brother?
I am fine, and I'll pick the best goal. It's Fabinho's 100%. You see him wind up, and you've got flashbacks to Man City, and you're just thinking, this is spanking the back of the net.
It's even further out than that.
Look.
See, it was even further out than that, Dan.
It was further out than the Man City one, but the thing is with Fabinho now is he's world class and he's still improving as well. So when you see these goals go in, it's surprising in a sense because he's not been prolific in terms of numbers.
Yeah.
But it's getting less surprising now because you're just thinking, yeah, it's Fabinho, it's Tavares, and he's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that was my pick of the night.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about Fabinho's goal there. They're just playing it back on Sky. I mean, that is at least 30 yards out, and it swerved across. But let's talk about the first goal then, Dan. So, great opening start for Liverpool. I think we were on top of them. Unlucky for them, I suppose, that Zaha went off so early. He's obviously their best player by far. Trent sticks that one in. A beautiful free kick on the 23rd minute, and Salah just before half-time. Talk to me about the first half.
Look, there's no doubt that Zaha's having a massive negative effect on their team because he is an outlet. He's a massive outlet for them. And he's a class player. You've got to give him credit. So when he goes off, the game changes. He's not going to change Alexander-Arnold banging a free kick in what's now becoming his natural MO. That's what he does. That's what he does. And when you looked at Redknapp, I think Redknapp nearly came as kicks at our time talking about it because when you looked at it from the back and it set itself outside the post, they're very difficult for keepers to get. So, yeah, that set the tone. Salah, you can talk about his goal, but the big thing about Salah is his inclusion in the team.
Yeah.
We've seen it without him at Everton. Klopp said before the match that he makes the pitch wider for us. I think about 2 minutes in, Mane hit like a proper pinged pass with his instep, and he brought it down on his chest. And you think to yourself, Origi's not doing that, Minamino's not doing it, Shaqiri maybe is doing it, but Salah is. It's weird because he's overrated, but he's also underrated because people are saying, "Oh, we should sell him." Maybe he's come to the end of his sort of Liverpool tenure. He's not. He's probably still our best player. And he's definitely showed it today.
Yeah, so that's 2-0 going into half-time. Cohen, big up yourself, said that it was a Beckham-esque free kick. Yeah, it definitely was. He says, wow. Mussolini, what a performance from the lads. Ingra, big fan of the Kop TV. He says, Fab, what a rocket boom. And 2 needed up the Reds. Mussolini as well. Salah, Hendo and Trent's chemistry is insane. I mean, I tweeted just before the match ended, and that I couldn't choose a man of the match between Salah, Trent and Fabinho. Going into the second half, Salah plays an absolutely inch-perfect through ball, which is simply unbelievable. I mean, when this guy is in the pitch for us, he either scores or assists. That's 3-0. And like you see there, Fabinho with Mane with the 4th. Talk to me about the second half, man.
Think about the thing you're talking about, Salah's goal there, and I'm sitting with my best mate Adam here talking about it, and he's hit that ball first time, and that's what's done everyone. It's done everyone. They've tried to play a high line, and Salah's hit the ball first time, knowing Mane's going to run onto it, and it's impossible to stop. When you've got Mane running in from that channel, opening his body up, we've seen him do it so many times. It's always hitting the bottom corner, it's always hitting the side net, and it's pretty much impossible to stop. Salah scores and/or assists. Let's make sure we're saying and/or assists.
Yeah.
His goal involvement ratio is absolutely
silly.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Only Messi and Ronaldo really are eclipsing him. and he's sort of like getting
Well,
to
it's
the
actually
stage where
it's only Messi done. He's got since the start of the 17-18 season. Salah is second to Messi when it comes to goal inclusions, whether that be a goal or an assist. So you have to start putting some big respect on his name.
so he's got more than Ronaldo. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't look
yeah.
at stats though. That's big. That's obviously massive. So look, Salah's obviously a big player, and the Twitterati go into one every time he misses a few chances and says, let's sell him, let's buy Havertz, let's buy Timo Werner, whoever they want to buy. You cannot buy what he's got. You can't.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think at the end we probably took our foot off the gas a little bit because we didn't want it to be another one of them 9-0 Crystal Palace
In 89, yeah. I think towards the end, it was really nice to see the likes of Elliott come on, Nico Williams, Keita got some time, the Ox came on. Henderson goes off, puts an ice pack on his leg. I mean, I'm not too worried about that. I just think that, wear and tear, he needs to look after his legs, get him in the ice as soon as possible. I mean, we are now 3 points away, or we could even be 1 point away, Danny. I've stood outside Anfield with you many times this season in the cold, windy rain. And to now be 3 points with potentially 1 point away, bro, it's so special. What is it going to mean?
Look, it doesn't feel real. I'm not going to lie. No one's in the ground and this is all happening. It doesn't feel real. I can't really simulate the feeling of what it's going to be like to go over the edge. You talk about the Pepsi Max big one in Blackpool. You talk about the Big Dipper. It's going to feel like that. We've chugged up on the roller coaster.
Yeah.
We've chugged up on it for so long, and it's going to be that release of going over the edge.
Yeah, man.
Everyone's going to be in town. People are going to be ringing in sick for work. People are going to have the tops off. I will have my top off.
Yes, man.
That's what it's going to be like. That's what it's going to be like, Alex. If you haven't got your top off, what's the point?
Who are you?
Red?
Yeah,
exactly. You have your top off?
Mate, am I gonna have? I'm not even gonna have it on the whole day. Don't worry about that. Might be lucky to get Kex on with me. Jib says a great win and performance against an informed team in Palace. Before this game, 4 wins, 4 clean sheets in a row. Fabinho Rocket was better than it was against City. He's absolutely right. Palace were the form team going into this. Cohen says my mate said we would bottle the league. He must be on that high grade. Absolutely, mate. He must be. Salah is the best player in the world. It's a fact. Danny, what's the plan for Thursday then? So we can obviously win it tomorrow if City lose to Chelsea. I'd personally prefer City to win that game or get a draw. So it means that there's absolutely no hiding when we roll to the Etihad on Thursday. Before you go, Danny, is Thursday next week the day that we've been waiting for?
I want it to be that day, but I think for me that it's going to be this week. It's going to be City. It's going to be a bit of a one of them, a bit of a Blackburn. Yeah, because I think Chelsea have got stuff to play for.
Yeah,
Man United once a night, Wolves once a night, and I think Lampard's got a little idea of how to do it. I think Man City probably haven't got that much to play for. I think Chelsea have got players coming into form at the right time. So I think they get at least a draw. If Chelsea draw, we've won it, haven't we?
That's correct. Yeah, we can win it tomorrow. Let's see what Welford thinks. He was a big star in our fan cams last week. Little Welford TV. How you doing, brother?
You know what? That just made my month this year. You know what? That's just. I'm so happy. You know, I could literally run around my estate naked at this point. I'm so happy.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that, lad.
Yeah, don't do that.
Performance is just like, just put me in a position where we're going. We're actually going to win the Premier League, and then you just think about that. It's incredible to think.
Yeah, I mean, Danny, Welford, is how old are you? 13?
No, 14.
14. I mean, he was born in a time where I suppose 2005. So you've never seen the league. Great year, though, of course. Great year. But Danny, what can you tell Welford about how it feels I mean, you were very young yourself when Liverpool last won it.
Yeah,
I mean,
look, I'm not
can
going to
you tell
lie.
Welford?
It's not a memory for me. I remember people talking in the street about, do you support Liverpool and Everton, because they were both at the time. They were the best teams in Europe, Liverpool and Everton. So
Yeah.
people were talking about, do you support Liverpool, do you support Everton? And I always remember that conversation. But I was only 8 when Liverpool won the league, and I'd be lying if I said I remembered it, really. My first memory of Liverpool, really, is the FA Cup semi-final in '92 against Portsmouth. So it's a good 2 years after we won the league. Welford, I'll say these things to you. There's 2 things I'm jealous of. Firstly, your Liverpool knowledge. Secondly, your hair. The front of my banner. The front of my banner. I want it to be like yours, lad.
Oh.
Do you know what? Welford got a lot of love from the comments and the live comments.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, so we're a big fan of Welford. Danny, in terms of the next game, like I said, do we think? I mean, I actually got the team prediction perfectly right tonight for the first time in months. Do you think for City, both of you, do you think we just stick with the same team?
I'm not sure whether he will, to be honest. When's the City game next?
Thursday, 2nd of July.
Tomorrow.
Probably
Wait, yeah,
then.
no,
Probably
it's a week today, isn't it? We play City a week
We
today, and
play
then we play
a
Chelsea
week tomorrow. We play
tomorrow.
City.
Yeah, he probably will then. He probably will stick with the same team, to be honest, because it's our best team. But the only thing that might change is if Matip becomes fit, because it seems that Klopp seems to prefer Matip to Gomez, but Gomez was boss tonight. He nearly scored as well.
Yeah.
And I think it wouldn't be surprised to say to him, Alex, don't be giving yourself too many claps for getting tonight's team right, mate. I think my ma would have got tonight's team right.
Do you know what? I just guess the same one every week. I think that team that started tonight is our best team. I think the only time we've played with these 11 players before Welford is Atletico away in the first leg.
Yeah.
Do you agree that this is the strongest 11?
Yeah, by far. Maybe you could argue, especially with Keita's performance on Sunday, he could maybe get swapped for Wijnaldum or Fabinho. But for me personally, I think Naby Keita as like a run of form, he'll play well for like 2 or 3 games, and then he'll be like shockingly bad. But with that midfield that we've got now, they do not stop running for the full 90 minutes. They are so hard working. Wijnaldum chips in the goal the odd time. I think personally, if we put that team out week in, week out, we'd win every single game, no matter who we plays.
Do you agree with them, Morby, Alonso?
I'd take that, really. It's difficult to disagree with that. I think the Keita comments are right. He's inconsistent, so you can't rely on him. And I think that's shown, really, in the big games. The big games, he's been put in if there's been injuries, but I don't know whether you could rely on him when
in big games
when
as
everyone's
well.
available. Yeah. But listen, gentlemen, enjoy your night. Mr. Welford TV, I salute you, mate. You're smashing it. I've watched some of your content, and it's outstanding. So please don't stop, Alex.
Don't worry.
I'm gonna finish the bottle of red wine I started, and
Danny, listen, I'm gonna see you. Hopefully, I'll give you a little wink. I'll see you in about 3 or 4 days, I think.
I know the score, lad. You take it easy.
So, Welford, I mean, we've got some comments coming in. Chelsea's defence is terrible. Be hard to contain City.
I don't know. You know, I personally, I think, to be fair, they could be dodgy, like, but I think, I don't know why, but I rate Chelsea. To be fair, I think that Pulisic just came through since like New Year, being very good, and I think what I was saying in my video before is Pep's going to be on the fence a bit because he knows he needs to win tomorrow to keep this league going as long as possible. But he's got us on a week time, so he's gonna think, I want to risk like De Bruyne, Sterling, maybe Laporte. So he's gonna think, do I risk keeping De Bruyne and Sterling out, or you know what I mean? So he doesn't. I think it's gonna be playing on his mind because he knows he needs to put his strongest 11 out on Wednesday, considering how good we played tonight. But then he's also going to be thinking, I don't want to risk any injuries for Wednesday. So, and especially with Aguero out, they need to keep their key players as like 100% fit as possible because that is a massive miss. But that's good news for us. So, who's bothered?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. When I see Aguero stumbling off the pitch, I think that's definitely a boost for us. He always scores against us at the Etihad. I think it's maybe 6 or 7 in a row. So for him not to be playing is huge mentally for Liverpool. Diego, Crystal Palace fan in tonight. Great stream all at the Kop TV. Thank you, my brother. Just having a whiskey and a sing-along. We are Palace. We are Palace. Super Palace from Selhurst. Liverpool were class today. Hit the shares, subs, and likes at the Kop TV. I mean, you just done my job for me, Diego. Thank you very much, mate.
But personally, Diego, I think your name is, I rate Palace. I said we're going to win 2-1 because they started off strong against Bournemouth, like they battered them. But I know they're a relegation team, but still, they're like 9th in the league. I think they are. They always come to Anfield and play very, very well. This is the worst I've seen Palace play. And for your sake, I hope Zaha's injury is not as bad as it looks, because when he went off, it's a massive blow for you, but it's a massive boost for us because Liverpool are thinking, oh, he's got off now. They've not got a massive threat. Like, I use a good striker, a good player, but that Zaha brings another level, especially on Trent's side, which we know Trent can be a little bit sloppy all week. So I hope for your sake, Diego, that he's not a big injury because you'll miss him massively.
Yeah, Jibbs gets in and says, Laporte, KDB and Sterling were rested against Burnley. Well for TV.
True. Actually, yeah, he's got a good point. Actually, they were, weren't they? Yeah. Yeah, he's thought ahead. Like, say, that's a world-class manager thinking ahead. I'm not a world-class manager.
Victor, big up, Alex. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, my brother. Big up, Alex and Welford. Enjoy Redmond.
Thank you.
We're actually going to say goodbye to Welford at this stage, but thank you so much for coming in, my bro.
Worry. And
listen, hopefully we can get you down to a game and meet in real life.
Don't worry, I will be there. I'm there every week. So do you go to games?
Yeah, home and away every single game.
Yeah. Well, I see it at all of them because I dad. So yeah, I just wanted to be back, because imagine winning the league with us being there. It's going to be. Are you doing anything tomorrow for the City game in case we do win it?
Well, I think I've got something in plan, mate. I'm not going to say what it is yet.
Yeah, same. I think I'll just maybe keep the camera on while the game's going on, just in case like Leicester, when when Tottenham drew 2-2, then Leicester won the league. Just in case, you never know, because at least they're playing a strong side. They're not playing Arsenal or Burnley.
Absolutely. Listen, good, my bro. Take care. Everyone get involved in the TV, and we'll see you very soon, my bro. In a bit, man. Next up to the screen, we have Mr. Shawnee Lawson from the LFC Day Trippers podcast. How you doing, my brother?
Alex, really good, mate. Really, really good. What a 90 minutes.
Oh, mate, do you know what? I was thinking of you. When that fourth goal goes in, I mean, maybe 5 years ago, we're 3-0 up, and we're still a bit nervy whether we're going to win it with 15 minutes to go. I mean, that's over-exaggerating, of course it is, but 4-0 today, bro. Talk to me.
It was a perfect summary of Liverpool's season in one game. Just dominance from the first whistle. It was incredible. To be honest, after Sunday, everyone felt a bit flat after the performance, and we were kind of 3.5 months waiting for the Reds to come back. We had some sleepless nights worrying, was it where we going to come back? But when you watch that performance tonight, it just makes every single second of it worth it. It was outstanding. It was just a well-oiled machine.
Getting goosebumps.
Yeah, it was incredible. From 1 to 11. Well, to be honest, I didn't even see Alisson in the game. He wasn't in the periphery.
Didn't do anything.
Camera for the entire game, but it was just superb, Alex. Honest to God.
Do you know what? When Trent puts that ball down, I personally don't think he could have picked a better place to take a free kick from. No. The ball starts outside the post, comes back in. And then when the second one goes in before half-time, I mean, that's what we were missing so badly against Everton on Sunday. Yeah. Someone from the right cutting in across the defenders. You just can't deal with that. So when Big Fab finds Mo with that pass, brings it down, and then, half-time you're 2-0 and you're just thinking, wow, this is some team. And we've actually been reminded how good Liverpool are.
And the thing was, like, the media and Martin Tyler and people at Sky were starting to drum up little narratives about how good City looked and how slick that City looked. And was this really the best team in England? And even Klopp saying, how are we 20 points ahead? Klopp was being coy, because if you look at that performance tonight, it was unbelievable. Honest to God, we missed Salah and Robertson massively on Sunday. The two vital cogs in the Klopp machine, and it was total football tonight. They didn't get a breather. Palace did not get a breather.
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was. I think for them to see Benteke not playing to start with, but then also Zaha goes off after 15.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. When Zaha goes off, I mean, I hate to see players get injured, but he's easily their best player, and he's caused so much headaches.
Zaha is one of those players who've always caused us problems, home or away. Palace love to come to Anfield and give us a game, and they were in flying form going into tonight. So going into tonight, I was thinking this actually could be a tough 90 minutes. It's going to be a battle, but it wasn't. It was just foot on the neck from minute one, dominance all over the park. The pressing was incredible. It's like they never missed a day. The front three were unbelievable. The energy from midfield was really, really like it. It's astounding, really, to think that these lads haven't played regular football in 3 months.
Yeah.
And I always worry about Fabinho coming back off breaks, but he was incredible tonight. My man of the match tonight.
Literally what I was about to ask you. I mean, I did a tweet earlier. I couldn't decide really between Trent until about minutes 43 when Salah scores, and then it was Salah. But then also Mane with that finish as well. But I'd have to agree with Fabinho. They've just showed his goal again here, mate. And I've got to say, where the grass is cut, he plays. So where the grass is cut, it's bang in the middle of the goal. And he strikes the ball 35 yards out from the middle. And it's almost reminded me of how it hits the net, as if it was Gerrard v Olympiacos, you know, that kind of way?
Yeah, exactly. It kind of...
Yeah,
it lifted.
Even though it wasn't a half volley, it kind of slowly just rose into that side net.
It was similar to the strike against City. I think it's a little bit further out, actually. I think it might be a bit further out. But he was superb tonight, breaking everything up. He was everywhere. He was like the octopus that we've missed since injury. Because when he went off against Napoli, we were thinking, "Fuck, that's going to be a massive miss." Yeah. But tonight he was incredible. It just another inkling of just how far this team have come on that club, that the game was dominated all over the park. There wasn't a weak link. And then there was some brilliant cameos from the bench. I thought Nico Williams was really impressive.
It was good. Yeah. Very close.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nico.
Yeah. A little bit of footwork on the edge of the box. And he's very Rob Jones, Nico Williams. I think he has a big future at Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, I've said so many times, for me, he's just a natural backup to Trent. Quick one. I mean, we've spoken about Fabinho's goal. Let's talk about Salah's pass to Mane for that the fourth. Unbelievable. The way he's hit that on his right foot. I mean, I was just talking about it with Molby Alonso. He was on. And we've, the stats are true. In the last 3 seasons, since the start of 17-18, only Messi has more goal contributions than Salah. I mean, what more can we say about the boy? I love him.
Salah is absolutely incredible and criminally underrated. I think the big thing that goes against Salah is just how incredible he was for Liverpool in his 4th season when he arrived. I think he scored 700 goals or something in his 4th season. Something ridiculous like that. Every shot he took just ended up.
I think it was.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous anyway. Yeah. But the unfortunate thing for Mo is it's actually being used as a stick to beat him with now, even though his numbers are still incredible and off the scale. And it just goes to show how much we miss Salah, because we missed him at Old Trafford and we missed him on Sunday. He's so good. He doesn't get enough praise for his footballing ability. And you mentioned that the Mane goal there, Firmino's awareness to turn and play the pass.
Unbelievable.
And you need to remember, these lads have not played regular football in nearly 4 months. It's PlayStation football, Alex. It's PlayStation. It's like picking up a game save from 18 months ago and coming back and just being exactly where we left off. Forget about Sunday. It was absolutely incredible. I'm buzzing. And it's just, everyone was thinking we're going to stumble and falter over the line, but not a chance. And we have the opportunity now to go and smash City in their own back garden and rip the title from them.
Surely things do not get better than that in life.
No.
Absolutely no. And listen, I'm going to leave you on that note. It's been an absolute pleasure again.
Pleasure, mate. All the best part.
I'm sure I'll see you next week on a stream.
Some celebrations, no doubt.
Absolutely. Take care.
Take it easy, mate. Good luck.
A bit. Next up, full show tonight, guys. We're going for about another 25 minutes. I've got another guest who was on last week, Mr. Hitman. How the hell were you doing after that 4-0 win? You're smiling a lot more today than you were the other day, you know.
You know what? I knew everything I said. It happened today. You get me? Like, we had the balance today. We had the width. Robertson back, Salah. Everything was perfect. I can't even argue with it. You know what I mean? Like, we was purring tonight.
Absolutely. Like, we could have got more. I think 4-0. It's probably a fair reflection. I mean, if you're Palace, what I said earlier, I mean, Zaha goes off after 15 minutes. I was rubbing my hands like this because Zaha scored so many issues.
That was the game changer. Like, that actually was the game changer. If Zaha stayed on, I don't think we would have actually won 4-0. I'm being honest. We probably would have had some bit of problems, to be fair, because Trent can never really manage Zaha too well. You get me? And I was a bit worried tonight. So when I seen him go off, I thought, you know what? I think we're going to smoke them now.
Yeah.
Everything I said happened. I thought, yeah, perfect performance. Fabinho, different class.
Man of the match,
like, he's actually the best. You know what? As much as probably everyone else is probably going to say is their man of the match, Mane was different class. Like,
Mane. Okay.
Mane was actually different class the whole game. His build-up play, his movement, his 1-2s, it was class. Fabinho obviously gave him a close run. The goal was special, but I'd actually say Mane was my man of the match.
Fair play. Now, listen, Hitman, I know you're a big man when it comes to academy players. You definitely know your stuff in terms of the next guys coming through. I mean, it's a beautiful moment to see Harvey Elliott and Nico come on. To be fair, I mean, Elliott took a couple of corners. They're a little bit under hit, but Nico Williams almost scored.
Talent, bro. Baby Trent is literally his baby Trent. Like, obviously, I've watched Trent come through when he was young. Everything that Trent does, Nico Williams actually does as well. But he's actually a bit different to Trent. Trent's really good at crossing, free kicks. Obviously, everyone knows that. Nico Williams' through balls are actually a bit different to Trent's. I don't know, obviously, he's probably played midfield in his earlier days, but I'd say his through balls and his passing a little bit different to Trent's. But I don't think we need a right-back replacement, to be fair. Like, we only need a cover for left-back. Like, Nico Williams is that good. Like, it's everything like watching Trent when he came through. I'd say we've got a couple youngsters that are ready now. Harvey Elliott, sorry. I think he's ready now, to be fair, even though as young he is. Curtis Jones and Nico Williams. I think those three will get a lot of game time next season.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. Perfect replacement for what we've got already. Quickly, man, before you go, my bro, tell me the date that Liverpool are going to win the title. I mean, we can potentially win it tomorrow. City have...
No, I'm going to buy a book, put it on ice just in case, man. But I don't see Chelsea doing much against Man City, if I'm being honest. Like, as much as I'd want them to do something, Man City are just the same as Liverpool. We are the different class to everybody else. So I don't really see Chelsea matching them. Their defense won't be able to handle. Like, I mean, what I mean, like, they rested De Bruyne for Chelsea and still won 5-0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They rested Sterling as well. So them two have got to come back tomorrow. I just don't see no chance for Chelsea. But I just want to win it at Man City's ground, to be fair. Like, just to rub it in their face, like, yeah, this is what we season. Give us our guard of honor. Keep it moving.
Yes, love that, my bro. Listen, I'll get you back on next week, bro. But until then, thanks again for coming on.
Bro, stay safe.
Next up on the show, he's been waiting for a while. Apologise, Mr. Stroh. How the hell are you, sir? 4-0. Give me your immediate thoughts, my bro.
Static, man. What a performance that is. Like, literally, there's not much I can say because Hits has said pretty much everything I wanted to say, and so have all the other great guests. By the way, that Welford TV, what a knowledgeable kid he is.
Class, isn't it?
Yeah, different class. Like, I was sat there. Obviously, the reason why I was late because Little and Dummy came out, so I had to go sort her out quickly. And then when I came back down, I was watching. I was like, "Wow, this kid knows his stuff." Fair play to him. Like, I really enjoyed that segment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when the first goal goes in today, it was more of a relief thing, just right, because it was the first goal since we've restarted. Trent absolutely curls a beauty in, and then 20 minutes after that, Salah makes it 2 before half time. Zaha goes off injured. A great half for Liverpool. I think that Salah goal before half time just sets us up beautifully for the second half.
Yeah, like I nearly burst a blood vessel when Trent's free kick went in. Like words can't describe. Because listen, Liverpool fans have had it rough since lockdown. The null and void brigade giving us. Can I swear? I don't know if I can swear.
Yeah, no, you can do a little swear.
Giving us plenty of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, void the league. Then you've got fucking Cameron Brady getting involved, sticking her 2 pens in because West Ham are going to get relegated. Oh, null and void it. And then it comes to a point where you start to doubt yourself, thinking, shit, we might actually take this off us. Like, we've waited this long. Like, there is a possibility that we're not even going to be able to win the league being this dominant. And then it's, if it's points per game, you're not real champions, there's the asterisks and all that fucking stupid shit. And then finally, we get on the pitch. Everton, you can tell people were rusty, as expected, over 100 days off. Tonight, though, it literally was just watching Liverpool in the prime. Fabinho, oh my lord. And for certain YouTubers, football YouTubers, to even have the cheek to call him overrated.
Come on, let's have some names, Stro. This is the place for it. Come on.
No, you've seen it. Like, obviously, Terry's mentioned it a few times. Like when United were going after Fabinho, and you see Mark Goldbridge in. Yeah,
but listen, Terry's also tweeted tonight that Manchester United are back, so he must be smoking something silly over there.
No, he's high on adrenaline, isn't he? You know what he's like.
First hat trick scored, by the way, by a Manchester United player since Fergie left.
Yeah,
7 years.
In the Premier League, that's crazy. When you look at some of the players they've had as well, like that's a strange stat. But they've had some terrible managers.
They have. But listen, enough.
But anyway, this isn't about Manchester United. This is about the best team in the world. You see this? Do you see this? See the world? The best team in the world.
Champions of that world.
It's fitting. It's fitting.
So just a quick one before you go, bro. Looking forward to the next game. We can win it tomorrow, like I said, but it would just be sweeter to win it at City. I think it would just be almost written in the stars for us. Do you think it's going to happen next Thursday?
I don't know if this is just me being stupid. Because it's at Stamford Bridge, I just hold this slight little bit of hope that Chelsea are good enough to nick a draw.
Yeah.
But given what happened last year with the whole John Stones clearance off the line and the Vincent Kompany challenge, which was blatant red, by the way, and just how close we came last season. And listen, I live in Manchester. Like, I won Premier Battles with Shotty, like the biggest City fan. Like, he works alongside. I book people like Rapster, the big City fans. Like, I have to deal with them on a regular basis for the last season. Oh, how are you that good, but you finished second and all this fucking shit. Yeah. I cannot wait, and nothing would make me happier than to jump into that group chat, video call. I will call every single one of them if we win it at the Etihad. Like, I will love every single bit of it. I've been waiting for this forever, so yeah, I'm going to make the most of it.
We're definitely going to speak before that, but love to have you back on the show next week after the game. And
100%, man.
Enjoy the week off, just reveling about this 4-0 victory, mate. A whole week without Liverpool, just to watch everyone else mess up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Love it. My brother, thank you so much for coming on, man. Speak to you soon.
Always, man. Salute.
Salute, man. Right, let's have another guest on the Kop TV. He's a former very regular guest. He's goes by the name of Alex the Wolf. Last time I spoke to Alex the Wolf was after the Atletico game. So it's obviously nice to be speaking to him shortly when it's a win, when we've actually won the game. Do us guys think we can get 100 points? I think we have 86 now, 14 points needed in 7 games. 7 times 3 is 21. Do I think we can get 14 points out of 21? 15 points for the record? Yes, and we could still lose 2 games and win the rest and still get that record of over 100 points, which of course was currently set by Manchester City back in their 17-18 season. Darren Whelan was going to come on, Darren, but it says your devices are not connected, so I'm struggling to bring you into the stream. We're just waiting for Alex to finally come on. And Cohen here says the null and void brigade are selfish and incompetent. Well, do you know what? We don't even have to mention them anymore because they are completely irrelevant. But now here's the man we've all been waiting for. One of my favorite people. It's Mr. Alex the Wolf. How the hell are you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm all right. Feel a lot better after watching that live.
Absolutely. So talk to me about how you're watching it. I mean, the first goal goes in, brilliant free kick. The second one goes in, and that just calms everyone right down and sets us up beautifully for the second half.
Yeah, the players seemed relaxed really off. Our chose a starting 11, but anyone would pick, Everton, but I think that just
Oh, is there any way you can plug headphones in just so we can get the best audio quality?
No, is that better
That's
for you?
better, that's better. That's better. Yeah, no, perfect. Carry on, mate.
Yeah, so we get against Everton. I think they set up to take us away from our usual game plan, and you know, we looked a lot better, a lot more relaxed this time round, and it's good to see. Obviously, going into this crucial part of the season where, you know, we're one game away from wrapping it up.
Absolutely. Say one game away. I mean, what is it going to mean to you, Al? Like the first time in 30 years, like I've actually, you know, I'm going to be coming up to Liverpool in the next few days to film something around what it just means to the locals. I mean, just try and tell me what it means, especially as someone like you who's been going to the match for so many years, a local lad. What is it going to mean to you, man?
Everton, it means Everton. You know, we've seen it in my lifetime. You know, seen many FA Cups, League Cups, and a couple of Champions Leagues. But you know, the league is the big test for any team, isn't it? That's what decides the great teams from the good teams, if you will. You know, over such a long period over the season. That's where it separates the men from the boys, from the teams that can last the length of time. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. I mean, 19 is very, very close indeed. I think when this title is wrapped up, I think there'll be a look straight forward to next season, because there's obviously not going to be a big break. There's going to be probably 2 or 3 weeks before we get stuck into the next season. I mean, with the players that we've already got, I mean, it's going to be tougher to bring players in, but it's also going to be tougher to sell players. I mean, do you think we'll do any business in the transfer window?
I don't know. I'd hope so. Like, but you know, it's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, the team what we've got in front of us is a team that's absolutely dominated the league. You know, at 1 point, 25 points clear of Man City. Let's not make no bones about it. Man City are a brilliant team on paper. You know, they've got a bench of players that are capable of starting in most teams in the Premier League. So I'd like to see a little bit of strengthening going on. I'd like to see our bench be a bit more solid, because I think there's going to be a couple of exits. But as long as we can replace those players with players of better quality, let's say, you know, because they've put a shift in and that, but you know, your Lovrens and that type of player, Lallana's, you know, it's not really.
Yeah.
When I see their name on the team sheet and that, it doesn't with any sort of excitement. So, and I think with what we've achieved and what we are going to achieve going forward, you know, I think it opens the door to some big players and that. I mean, who wouldn't want to be part of it?
Yeah, there's rumours today about Thiago maybe not accepting a new contract at Bayern Munich. I mean, he is some player. I don't know how much you've seen of Thiago for Bayern Munich, but he is some player, and I think quite similar in a way, maybe more defensive than Coutinho. But he's that kind of number 6/number 8/number 10 who can kind of create anything anywhere. I mean, would you take him at a cut price, Thiago?
Well, I haven't watched a great deal of the Bundesliga, I'll be honest. But you know, he's a cracker on FIFA, so you know, you can argue with that. But in all seriousness, he you know, he's obviously a proven player, a great player who can play at the highest level, and they're the type of players we want to bring in. You know, I think we've got to have that right balance of youth. You know, we've got a very promising youth. You know, we've got Curtis Jones, Nico Williams. They look like they're going to be fantastic talents. But I think, you know, when you look at players like Milner, he's been about those cup winning teams, and yeah, I think the great players to have around. Not only to start and play the part in winning more trophies, but in helping the younger players come through and grow to be the players that they can be with the potential that they've got.
Yeah, I think going forward, we're in such a strong position now. I mean, you saw Nico come on and do exactly what Trent was doing, whipping balls in, playing through balls. He almost scored towards the end. A game like this today really just settled the nerves going into the City game because, like you said, in that Everton game, we just weren't at the races. And I think today it was such a calming win and a resounding win.
Yeah, we did. We controlled the game from the off. You know, I think Palace are a good side. Let's not take anything away from Palace. You know, they are a good side. I don't want any player to get injured. But seeing Zaha come off made me think, you know, I think that's the only real threat they've got up front. But he is a threat. He is a threat, and he's capable of goals. So to see him go off, I think that gave us the boost. And after that, I didn't see anything from Palace. But I think that the credit for that goes to how well we played. You know, they did give us a lot of space. They give us a lot of space to move the ball around as we like to do. But was Zaha on the pitch or not? I think the way we played and that we would have still beat them quite easily.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Listen, hopefully going to see you very soon up in Liverpool. We'll get you back on hopefully for the City game. But listen, thanks so much for coming on, bro. Really appreciate it. No problem. I'll see you soon. Yeah?
Take it easy, mate.
In a bit, man. Cohen Cole says, I don't want Coutinho. He's a snake. I think Thiago would be a good opportunity to replace someone in that Coutinho mold if he does become available. We're actually going to call it a night there. Sorry to Darren. I know you wanted to get on, bro, but every time your thing popped up, it said device is not connected. You needed to connect your microphone or camera. I don't know. But yeah, to round off, it's been an absolutely emphatic victory for Liverpool, one that we desperately needed. It's actually nice to win a game by such a big margin. It's been a while since we kind of smashed the team out of the park. There's a lot of tense kind of 3-2s, 4-3s leading up to the COVID break. So it's nice to see that we've smashed the team and a team as good as Palace, like all the guys said tonight. 4 wins in a row, 4 clean sheets in a row. That takes some beating to beat a team in that form so well. We have actually got Darren. We're going to get him in finally. How are you doing, my bro? Can't hear you currently. Let me see. Apparently your mic isn't connected. Still can't hear. Got to go through some comments whilst Darren is trying to work out his mic. Stu MC, the fact that Palace are 9th shows just how poor the bottom dozen in the EPL are. Cannon fodder. Yeah, to me, that is, you know, it's tough on Palace because to say that the bottom dozen in the PL are cannon fodder is maybe a bit harsh, but yeah, I mean, Palace are definitely a good team. Amir says, big fan of you, started from Robbie AFTV invited you, and Kopish also. Then I subscribed to your channel. Great performance by the Reds, massive 3 points. Thank you very much to Amir, and Cohen's getting involved. Darren, mate, I cannot hear you at all. Still, bro, can't hear you whatsoever. Your mic's not connected, so I'm just going to remove you whilst you sort that out. But yes, that is all we have time for today. I'm sorry to you, Darren, bro. We're going to have to do a separate video for the next time. No worries at all. And Louis as well, we're going to get you on next time as well, my bro. Don't worry about that. So yeah, thank you to everyone who joined us tonight to talk about what was an incredible 4-0 victory for Liverpool. Just to round it off again, free kick from Trent. Number 2 is from Salah. Number 3 from Fabinho, for me, the goal of the night, even though it's so tough to pick between all 4. And Sadio Mane with a 4th to send us into almost heaven. 3 points away now. It's in our hands. We can do it. It's going to be incredible. We are actually going to do a special video to announce it when it finally happens. So I'm not going to reveal too much about that now, but definitely that is one to look forward to. Guys, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV if you haven't already. Please hit that notification button as well, so you never don't go away without something from the Kop TV, whether that be a fan cam, a top 5 video, top of the Kops as well. Don't forget, we're back with that next week with, and I must say, quite an incredible guest. We've got great guests lined up for the Top of the Kop show in the next few weeks and beyond. So yeah, share the word, guys. The Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I will see you guys for a live watch along next Thursday against Manchester City, where we could potentially become champions of England. It does not get better than that. I'm going to love you and leave you. Take care. You'll never walk